Hi everyone, my name is Zoe Lundy. Today I'm going to be discussing with you on how you can follow a vegan or vegetarian style diet as an athlete without any effect to overall performance. So, a vegan and vegetarian style diet. What does it mean? So, a vegan diet, for those of us who are unaware, is going to be a diet where you do not consume any animal byproducts. So that means nothing that comes from an animal. So no meat and no eggs and no dairy, so no cheese and no honey or additives to food that have animals products in them such as dyes or things like gelatin. On the other hand, there's a vegetarian style diet, which could mean a couple of different things. So one could be a just standard vegetarian diet where you don't consume any meat, but you do consume eggs and cheese and honey. Or the other diet version of a vegetarian diet could be the only consuming eggs. So the question is why? Why a vegan or vegetarian style diet over the standard meat eater diet, which is otherwise known as an omnivorous diet? So it could be a few different reasons. It could be for health, and it could be for the environment or animal welfare. And for me, it's D, all of the above. I have this crazy vivid memory of me being maybe 11 or 12 and sitting in the back seat of my dad's truck, and I had no idea what a vegan diet was, but I confidently looked at my dad and I said, I want to be lactose intolerant and vegetarian. And he laughed at me and told me that you don't choose to be lactose intolerant, and explained to me that what I wanted to be was vegan. But it wasn't until almost a decade later that I decided to commit to a vegan diet, and my dad a pescatarian diet. And now here I am today talking to all of you amazing athletes about how you can follow a vegan and vegetarian style diet without any effect to your performance. A study found that there was actually no significant difference in the duration of training between the endurance athletes on the three diets. There was no difference in running time or running distance or exercise capacity or even their maximum exercise capacity. It was also found that there was no difference in their BMI. So the only difference that happened was that the vegans had a lower body weight. So it could have a little bit of a benefit on your endurance, on your performance. So since a vegan diet is going to put you at a lower body weight, it could affect your running performance, and it does suggest that health conscious athletes should adhere to a vegan diet if they choose to ambitiously improve their endurance running. It was also found that vegans had the higher score in food choices. So they had been found to avoid certain foods. So things like additives and such as sweetener and saturated fats and cholesterol and caffeine, which while it didn't improve their performance, since all the diets came out to be the same, but it did improve their overall health. So they chose more health consciously when they were consuming foods. It was more so to consume for nutrients and not for just the consumption of food. Because, how many of us have heard that as a vegan, you don't get enough protein? I know I have. That's the first thing that most people ask me when I tell them that I'm vegan. And there are lots of sources of protein as a vegan, and mainly it can be nuts and seeds and legumes and dark leafy greens, and oftentimes for athletes it can also include protein powders as supplements. So as a vegan athlete, you have nothing to worry about in terms of your performance. So endurance athletes can adhere to a well-planned vegan diet without any risk to your overall health or performance. So without any of that, why not go vegan?